If you think saying the right words will bring her back, you're already losing her. She doesn't return for words. She comes back for who you become in silence. This isn't about manipulation or games. It's about psychology, self-mastery, and power. It's about becoming the kind of man she can't forget, no matter how hard she tries. She will come back completely if you understand and apply these steps without compromise. Let's begin. When a woman leaves, most men rush to explain themselves, to get closure, to be understood, or to be chosen again. But the more you try to be understood, the more you seem like a man who cannot handle being left. You begin arguing your value instead of living it, and when you argue your worth, it immediately depreciates. The truth is, words won't bring her back, and availability won't make her curious. You could write the perfect message, pour out your heart, or promise to change, but if she isn't emotionally receptive, nothing will land. She'll only hear noise. The only thing that truly shifts her perception is contrast. She needs to feel the sudden silence of your energy, your absence, and your emotional unavailability. That silence should interrupt her expectations. She thought you would chase, explain, or beg, but instead you vanished, not out of spite, but out of power. Most men think being kind, available, or emotionally open shows strength, but to a woman who's already detached, it only confirms she still holds emotional control. You must stop being emotionally accessible. Don't cut her off in anger or act cold. Simply remove yourself from her emotional radar. When she no longer feels your presence, that absence becomes haunting. She replays moments, not because you begged, but because you stopped showing up. The man who becomes unavailable turns into a mystery, and mystery always brings curiosity. Most men believe distance is dangerous and that closing the gap fast will save things. But women only feel loss when you stop trying to fix everything. Creating emotional distance isn't passive, it's power. When you withdraw your attention, energy, and reactions, you create an emotional void that used to be filled with your presence. When that suddenly disappears, it echoes louder than any message. Stop watching her stories, liking her posts, or replying to breadcrumbs. Don't text to check in. Pull yourself out of her emotional world, not to punish her, but to protect your self-respect. Women feel energy more than words. They don't return because of an apology. They come back when your silence forces them to face life without your energy in it. She will forget the man who keeps texting, but never the one who disappeared calmly, completely, and confidently. Let that space stretch and let her feel the difference you once made. As that silence grows, the echoes of what you were together will start speaking louder than anything you could ever say. Most women leave expecting you to collapse without them. They assume you'll chase, spiral, or beg. But when you evolve instead, when you rise higher in her absence, you destroy her assumptions about your worth. Don't focus on fixing the relationship. Focus on rebuilding the man you became inside it. Ask yourself where you lost your edge, where you stopped growing, where you let go of your purpose or standards. This is your time to become the man she thought you couldn't be without her. The man who doesn't seek validation, who trains with focus, learns with intention, and builds with vision. A man who is grounded in his mission becomes magnetic. When she sees you growing stronger and calmer, without resentment, that contrast will hit her deeper than any message ever could. But you can't fake this growth. It must be real. You must evolve past needing her. This isn't revenge, it's rebirth. When she sees that evolution, whether in a few months or a few years, it will be undeniable. You won't need to say anything. You'll embody it. She'll realize she left a man who no longer exists. True strength is stillness. You don't have to raise your voice or chase validation. Stillness is emotional control expressed through calmness. When your energy becomes steady and unreactive, she feels it. Women are drawn to uncertainty, to mystery, and nothing creates that more than stillness. The man who doesn't react becomes unforgettable. He doesn't chase, hate, or over-explain. He moves with quiet confidence and self-control. She might test that stillness through messages, breadcrumbs, or emotional bait, but the more you resist reacting, the more power you build. In a chaotic world, the calm man stands out. He doesn't fight for attention, he attracts it. His silence isn't weakness, it's magnetic power. When she can no longer sense your emotional instability, she starts feeling curiosity. That calm energy lingers long after you're gone. She doesn't miss your messages. She misses your masculine grounding, your leadership, your emotional presence. When you over-communicate, chase, or try to prove your worth, you strip away your power. Instead, let her feel your absence. Not silence meant to manipulate, but calm detachment. Women don't regret losing someone who's still chasing. They regret losing someone they can no longer reach. Let her sit alone with her doubts and memories. That's when emotional gravity starts pulling her back. She won't miss your words. She'll miss your energy. Never rush to close the distance. When you do, you show that you can't exist without her. Real power lies in letting the gap breathe. Let her wonder why you aren't chasing. Let her feel the silence she created. If she truly wants to come back, she must cross that space on her own. If you chase her across it, you rob her of the very realization that would have made her return. Time is your greatest ally. Don't fear silence. When you stop talking, she starts feeling the weight of your absence. At first, she might not care, but over time, curiosity creeps in. She starts asking herself why you haven't said anything, why you seem fine without her. Those questions come not from your words, but from your silence. If you talk too soon, you reset everything. You give her closure, but if you remain quiet and focused on your growth, time will make her question her decision while you evolve into someone better. You must become the man who doesn't need her return. The more you chase her, the less likely she'll come back. When you stop needing her to feel complete, everything shifts. You reclaim your power, your peace, and your purpose. Ask yourself, who are you when no one's watching, when there's nothing to prove, when you stand alone? That man, the one who evolves without permission, is unstoppable. Women can sense it. It's not loud, not performative, but undeniable. When she comes back, and she likely will, she'll meet a man she no longer controls. That's the real victory. Not her return, but your transformation. You should no longer need her validation because you've built a life with clarity and direction. She won't miss your effort. She'll miss your presence. The memories of what you did aren't what haunt her. It's the energy she no longer feels. Scarcity creates value. When your presence becomes rare, it becomes priceless. Let her feel that scarcity. Don't try to prove your worth. Just disappear with dignity. When she truly feels the void, she won't remember how much you did for her. She'll remember how much you once meant. And when she returns, don't be the same man she left. If she finds you unchanged, she'll lose respect again. When she comes back, let her meet a version of you that no longer needs her approval. The goal isn't revenge, it's evolution. You should feel like a guest in the new world you've built. A world where you don't rely on her love or apology to feel strong. When she sees your calmness, clarity, and grounded energy, she won't just be curious, she'll be drawn back in. Nothing is more attractive than a man she once knew who has now become someone she no longer deserves. Remember, silence isn't weakness, it's evolution.